Vinyl community, Mr. Bizzarro here with you once again. I have a few things to do today, so I am going to put up a couple posts. My first post has kind of a spectrum of things and some companion pieces, things like that. This is an album that everybody probably owns. I believe if you're going to own Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon as a must-own, then this is an album you must own as well. This is Woodstock. This is a triple gatefold. Who doesn't know about Woodstock? Do you not know about Woodstock? Well, nah, you know about Woodstock. This is the triple gatefold of Woodstock. 3 record set. Yeah, right? There you go. Click through there. Pretty cool, huh? Uh-oh. Naked biatches. I love this album. What is there really to say about Woodstock? I'm not showing this because it's a super rare find and I'm excited to show it. I'm showing it because it has meaning and in my life and in the musical history. There wasn't much going on before Woodstock as far as festivals were concerned. And we all know where the first big one was with the Mamas and the Papas and Hendrix and Janis Joplin, etc. So that's a mainly common one. This has great bands. Paul Butterfield's on here. Richie Havens. We all know the story about Havens having to play more than an hour over due to the fact that Woodstock was not ready. The festival was not ready to start. None of the bands were prepared. None of the equipment was set up. They had electrical issues. They had mixing issues, issues with mics, broken cords. I mean, you name it. Every time Havens tried to leave the stage, they pushed him back out, said, "You got to go back out. You have to appease the crowd. We're not ready yet." So by the time Havens was finished, and some of it they don't show in the movie, and most of it they don't have on vinyl. But you see him just covered in sweat. He's wearing that dashiki, and the thing is just drenched with fucking sweat from this guy. I mean, he played his fucking heart out. On another note besides that, I go to quite a few upstate hippie festivals, they call them, in upstate Pennsylvania and New York. And Richie Havens actually played one of these hippie fests. It was great. He played all his hits and a bunch of stuff. Very cool guy, man. Cool to talk to. It really kind of pulled you right into that era as soon as you started talking to him. It was great to spend a few minutes with him. This is the one that I don't think is as common as Woodstock, the 3 LP set of Woodstock, the initial release. This is Woodstock 2, and this was released, I think, a year, maybe a little bit more than a year after the initial Woodstock LPs were released. What I like about this is they have extended cuts by the band, and they actually have some artists that weren't even on the first one. You know what I like about this the most? As you can see, these are shots of the color ones you see, the piece shots, are shots from Woodstock 69, and then basically what you see here is the aftermath of the festival and how the fucking place was destroyed, man. Environmental hippies leaving their fucking mark, right? We're gonna change the world. Yeah, you did a good job, didn't you? Look at all the trash. Anyway, I think it's really cool. There's a full side on here of just Hendrix. Let me put this back the right way. There's a full side of Hendrix on here. Jefferson Airplane does a couple longer ones. Paul Butterfield's got some extras. Crosby, Stills, and Nash Melanie, which wasn't even on the first album, is on here. Some extras by Mountain, Can Heat, and the audience rain chant. Actually, I believe it was the chant to stop the rain. You probably remember in the movie, the guy says, maybe if we pray really hard, we can stop this rain. And they start chanting, and fucking 3 minutes later, it starts fucking pouring on them. Collective mindset, my ass. You ain't changing shit. They seeded the clouds, man. Remember that guy from the movie? Anyway, this is a must-have. Again, if you're going to own Dark Side of the Moon, you need to own the Woodstock LPs as well. Here's some companion pieces to that. This is Woodstock, the movie. And this is the second release. This is the director's cut. So this has extended pieces on here, and I believe they're just extended extra footage that they did not release on the VHS copy, the original. Which, by the way, I bought the original VHS. I bought the DVD now. I'm gonna have to buy the third incarnation that has come out recently that has even more footage on it than the first two. So I'm going to have to buy another one now. So I'll have 3 copies. This is Jimi Hendrix live at Woodstock. This is the complete Woodstock set list, the Hendrix Woodstock set list. This has a lot of great songs on it, and quite a few that weren't on Woodstock, the movie, or Woodstock 1 release, or Woodstock 2 release. This is pretty cool. This is cool. Jimmy! This also has a small documentary called The Road to Woodstock, where they interviewed Lang and the other financiers that helped to put the festival together. I like it. I think there could have been a little more interviews, maybe some interviews with Jimmy, because he did quite a few interviews before Woodstock. Speaking of Woodstock, during Woodstock, and then after. One I really like is the Dick Cavett interview, where they interviewed Hendrix solely, and they interviewed, I believe, the next day after Woodstock, they had a bunch of the guys on there from Woodstock, the main characters. Crosby, Stills and Nash, and Jefferson Airplane, and stuff like that. This is good. I recommend this if you're into Hendrix. If you're into Woodstock, it's a great all-around look at what the full experience was like as far as the Hendrix set was concerned, and some cool extras. By the way, in the background, this is Frank Zappa, Play Your Guitar. So this is mostly Frank Zappa doing his thing, man, just jamming out solo. In the same vein, we're on the same path as the Woodstock and the festival setting theme. We're going with California Jam 2. California Jam 2. They had a Cali Jam 1, and I believe Sabbath played on that and some other really great bands. I don't have the first one. I haven't seen the first one. I don't even know if they pressed it. I hope they did, because I'd love to find it eventually. Some great bands played here. There's the cover. Cali Jam. This, let me show you the inside. This had Mahogany Rush and Heart and Ted Nugent and Aerosmith, Rubicon. I don't know much about Rubicon. I gotta get to know them a little better, but I like what I heard on this LP. Dave Mason, Santana, a great show. Heart does a kick-ass set on here. The production is great, man. It really sounds awesome for a live show. All the bands sound great. They have obviously the same mixer doing the entire show, because it sounds just great, man. You wouldn't even consider a live show could really sound that good, but they really spent a lot of time getting everything set up, the levels and mics, etc. This is a band that, besides this album, I didn't know really anything else existed. But I found out that Vangelis actually released quite a few albums, and I've really only touched the tip of the iceberg here so far, as far as my Vangelis is concerned. But I like it. I really do like what he puts out. Comparative to this. This is Aphrodite's Child, 666, the number of man. I have this double CD. I actually still have the double CD. I never considered getting it on vinyl, but for the price I paid, I picked it up. This is the album I like to showcase. I haven't seen anyone show this, so I'm fairly confident that no one has showed this that I either subscribe to or that I've seen. This is right down my alley. This is the kind of thing that I enjoy listening to. And they are Bang! Bang! They were Philadelphia-based, natives of Philadelphia. They found the drummer in, I believe, a neighboring state, maybe Delaware or Maryland. Were signed by Capitol, late '71. Released this album in early mid-'72. They had material for an album prior to being signed to Capitol. It was a conceptual album called Death of a Country. And when Capitol heard it, they didn't enjoy it. They didn't think that it would be a big seller being conceptual at the time. So they basically laid it on them that they have 2 weeks to come up with new material for an album, a complete album. So this is what they wrote in 2 weeks. And time not being a factor to show that you need a bunch of time to put out quality material, because this album fucking rocks, man. This is proto metal. This is very hard rock. There's some messages in here to be heard. It's a stripped down, heavy rock, Marshall stack driven guitar sounds. Very good. Very good. I highly recommend this. They recorded their second album this came out in '72. I believe it came out in '72. It came out in '72. Their second follow-up actually was their first album that was turned down by Capitol, Death of a Country. They got rid of Tony Diorio, the original drummer, that actually wrote 95% of the lyrics and the music on this album, and brought in, who we all know, or most of us know, from the Knack, the drummer Bruce Gary, which the last thing I think about when I think about Bruce Gary is the fucking Knack. Well, the bands I think about are Jack Bruce, the Keep It Down era. He did over 320 shows with Jack Bruce, and he went in and recorded the second album, Death of a Country, with Bang. Not as deep and not as awesome as this album, but definitely something that you're going to want to have. If you're going to have this album, you want that one. Bruce Gary was a very unique player. His sense of timing, his placement of fills, his accents, his drop beats, his rolls, the way he constructed a roll and a fill and breaks were just extremely unique. I can't really think of another drummer that really played like him. He really was set into a style all his own. So much so that he could be playing on a number of different albums, and this is a drummer that you could easily pick out just like that and say that I know who this is. You may not know his name, but you know who this guy is just from the way he sounded. Passed away quite a few years back. Great loss to the drumming community. A unique fellow, a down-to-earth fellow, had a great style, a great sense of timing, and was just a great person. You see some of his old interviews and listen to him speak. He was a great guy. A huge loss to the drumming community. That's pretty much it. I hope everybody had a great holiday, as best as can be expected in this time that we live in. I'm going to probably double up and show another strictly recent acquisitions post, so there won't be as much, the continuity won't be as much as it is here on this post. I'm going to be catching up. I have some time this week off, so I'm going to be catching up with some things I have written down. I've quite a few ideas written down as far as showing you guys my collection and ideas and threads and things like that. I have a musician's instrument thread I'm going to put up soon. I'm a drummer. I always have been a drummer from a very early age. So what I like to do is put a post up for the VC members that are musicians. I'd like to see your equipment. I'm going to be showcasing drums because I am a drummer, but I'd like to see whatever you have, whether a keyboard player, bass player, guitar player, or a vocalist. I'd like to see what you have. So that's coming up in the near future, sometime this coming week. So again, I'd like to say thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you to all my current subscribers. Thanks for taking an interest in what I love, in my interests. By the way, in the background, I don't think I said it before, this is Frank Zappa playing it's a lot of leads and a lot of solos, and it's what I love most about Zappa. Another great player that we lost, unfortunately, and very early on. Such a unique tone. You can hear from the people that he loved where he got his style. I believe Charlie Guitar Watson was a big influence of his, as well as Edgar Varese, the composer. I love it. Zappa's solos take me to a place that not many bands can take me. You wouldn't really consider that you could just listen to someone riff and noodle for extended periods of time. I mean, how many albums did he put out? Shut Up and Play Your Guitar. What are there, 4 or 5 volumes of that alone? So it really does say something about his playing. Very underrated as a player. Very unique player, again with placement and style. It's great. I do enjoy my Zappa. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I have another post coming up soon, so stay tuned. And as I always state, if you don't know, learn.